What's up, Sports Wars? This is Roy the Bearded Bulldog coming at you with a mini podcast episode. Not quite a Sports Wars special edition, but definitely the midget edition, or we'll call it Little People edition of the Sports Wars podcast. This is a Morgan Brothers podcast takeover. We got no Pat, we got no Aaron, just straight bearded fat boy sports shit talk. And
motherfucking tacos.
Yeah, motherfucking tacos. Without any further ado, how you doing today, Jim?
I'm good, man. I'm good. A lot of people don't know because they think this is the beginning, but we're just recording for like 20 minutes and lost every fucking thing.
So technical difficulties galore here. It is definitely like a monkey fucking football because that's how we like to keep things. Keep everybody on their toes.
Yep.
With that said, man, with all that great content and shit talk, y'all missed John juggling. Crazy shit. Shit.
Wait, what the fuck?
It was juggling, man. You missed it. It's the lost tapes. You'll never see it. You'll never see it.
Nope.
But without any further ado, we're gonna jump straight into the games this weekend, man. Lots of playoff football continuing to roll. We knocked out some of the pretenders last week, some contenders. If you listen to some people talk, some contenders like the Ravens, allegedly. And then you had some bad breaks like the Bears. Sorry, Aaron.
That was fucking terrible, man. They roasted that fucking kicker, dude.
For no reason, man. The kick got blocked.
Yep, that's fucking terrible.
Let's see. Seahawks gave the Cowboys a scare, and the Colts put it on the Texans.
Shout out to the Cowboys, man. They're the only team that won their home game.
Yeah, good eye, man. I mean, when you pay that much for the fucking stadium, I mean,
yeah,
you ought to win at least one playoff game in it.
I listen to Undisputed, man. Fucking man, it's tough listening to that podcast, dude. Because Skip Bayless and the fucking Cowboys, bro.
I mean, like, he is just constantly with
it is rough, man.
I mean, that's kind of how I imagine all, like, Cowboys fans. They're just like, wait up, boys.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. Like, man, every single time.
Blur up right there.
Yeah, like, every single time, man. It's like,
yeah.
Every time Ezekiel Elliott, like, touches the ball, they're just like,
yeah,
like, come on, dog.
And then double fisting it.
Yeah,
we get it, dude.
We know you like your team, okay?
Yeah.
Let's use some restraint.
Yeah.
But yeah, they beat the Seattle Russell Wilsons because that's all they fucking got up there anymore. And I mean, shout out to the Seattle Russell Wilsons for keeping it close, 22-24.
Was it really though? I mean, because that last touchdown was a garbage one.
I mean, it shouldn't have been that close. At home, I mean, on the road, he's literally the only one they got a game plan for. I mean, name three people catching footballs in Seattle.
Moving on, because I don't know.
All right, with those games going over, I mean, here, another one you were talking about that's closer than that. It looks closer than what it was. The Chargers Ravens.
I know exactly you were going there.
Baltimore got a couple garbage touchdowns, and the Charger fan base was just positive that the Chargers were going to go full Chargers and just botch this fucker.
Shout out to the shitty Ravens fans for booing their fucking now franchise quarterback.
Yeah. Wasn't that great? They were in the stands and they're like, put Flacco in.
Yeah.
And then
the youngest player to ever start a playoff game.
And then Lamar Jackson goes out there and puts 2 touchdowns on it and puckers the butthole of everybody with bolts on the side of their fucking heads.
Because they thought they were going to do some Charger shit.
Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like after that first touchdown, I was like, oh shit. And then the second one, and I was like, oh shit. And then he fumbled the ball, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. There it goes.
Yeah. So I mean, and Flacco's just kind of sitting there like, hey, I mean, I could have. I don't think he would have made much of a difference. Do you think Flacco would have made a difference going in?
No, man. If anything, it would have fucked with Lamar Jackson, man, and messed up did you hear about I forget the dude's name. Apparently he heard the fans booing and talking shit.
Oh, it's Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, he was like, dude, this is how we got here. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, no, my favorite thing was Harbaugh's pretty much confirmed. Like, Flacco's done.
Oh yeah, he was like, he's gonna have a market somewhere. Like, god damn, bro, he ain't even out the door yet.
Yeah, he's still wearing the jersey. Like, they're still in the locker room, and he's just like, you know what, bro? Just when you pack and leave here, just go straight to the airport. But yeah, man. I mean, the Chargers. I don't think it would have turned out any different. I mean, I watched Lamar Jackson get his ass whipped all day, and he's a little more – actually, fuck all that. He's a lot more kind of fleet of foot than Flacco. That's why I fear sliding right into this week's games. That's we're going to lead with the Chargers and the Patriots. I feel like this will be the game that will make Chargers fans more obnoxious, which I didn't think would be possible without a championship.
You're calling the Chargers to win this game?
I am calling the Chargers to win this game.
Dude, no.
I think the Chargers are going to win it because of two people. Neither one are named Phillip Rivers. Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram.
Dude, you think the Chargers are going to go to Foxborough and beat fucking Tom Brady?
They went to Baltimore.
That's fucking Baltimore, dude. That is not Foxborough during the playoffs.
They play KC every year. KC is one of the loudest stadiums in the league. They play Denver.
But again,
they play Denver fucking mile high every year.
January, bro.
They play
this
Oakland.
Is different.
They play Oakland.
Are we really going to talk about it?
The black hole. It's the black. Don't make a shit.
That team is a black hole. This year, they're trash.
Dude, that's fucked up. I'm telling Pat.
I'm saying, I don't care. He'll listen.
What I'm saying is they play in a division with three very intimidating stadiums. Foxborough don't mean shit.
Wait,
Foxborough is not.
Are we disagreeing right now? We're allowed to do that?
What?
Are we allowed to disagree? I thought me and you that's fucking weird.
I mean, somebody should probably tell our parents that we were supposed to agree on everything.
I know exactly.
But I mean, man, I think the Chargers. I don't think they're going to go in there and stomp their ass. But I think after seeing what Ingram and Bosa were doing, chasing around Lamar Jackson all day, Brady ain't going to be able to get away from that shit. A conversation I had with a mutual friend earlier. If you named the top 10 players, how many of them are going to be Chargers and how many of them are going to be Patriots?
Okay, you got me there. The Chargers probably win that battle.
Okay, and I don't think it's close. I think it's 7-3.
But to me, man, playoff Tom Brady is a lot different than regular season Tom Brady.
Granted, he's old. It wasn't that great this year.
I know, but this playoff Tom Brady is – why are you making me do this? Why can't we just move on? Because I can't – talking about the Patriots like this, I don't think they can do it, man. I don't think the Chargers – I think they're going to do –
Everybody's doubting the Chargers, man. And I know based on their past that's easy to do.
Well, Cole is going to fucking love you.
Huh?
Cole.
I'm not doing this for love, man. I'm doing this out of hate because I hate Tom Brady.
Well, I hate Tom Brady too, but I don't think they're going to fucking lose.
All right.
Oh, shit.
What?
This just in.
Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Apparently, news update is Miami Heat are beating the fuck out of Boston Celtics. Moving on to the next AFC game. Also, the early game. That's crazy to me that both of the AFC games ended up being the early games on both days. Indianapolis, KC. I think we might disagree here, too.
I don't know now. This is my upset pick.
You're picking Indianapolis.
Yep. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to be able to do it. But then again, I did say that about Trevor Lawrence in my solo video in the national championship, and they fucking beat the shit out of Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama's still looking at
Roll damn tide.
Yeah, roll Tigers. Fun fact that I had heard in the last couple of days, the Kansas City Chiefs are 0-6 in their last 6 home playoff games. The last quarterback to win a home playoff game for the Kansas City Chiefs, Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
And he did that the year the San Francisco 49ers won the Super Bowl in 1994. So 25 years ago was the last KC home playoff win.
So did you expect me to pick KC on this one?
No, I was just bringing up interesting stats. I'm picking KC to win this one.
Oh, so we do disagree again.
I think this is going to be a shootout. I don't think that I think they finally kind of exercised that playoff demon. I honestly, if we're playing things out, I think the Patriots kind of live in the Colts' head, so I don't think the Colts have a chance to beat them. Although
you think the hot streak that the Colts are on right now is going to diminish?
We're talking about a dome team playing outside in the cold in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be cold as shit.
Yeah. And last week it didn't matter. They were in Houston. Houston's a dome. This week they're going to KC. And it's going to be cold as a motherfucker. When you take a dome team and put them outside, that's when there's a problem. When you take an outside team and just send them outside, much like the Chargers and the Patriots. I mean, yeah, it doesn't get fucking freezing.
I was about to say, there's no way you're comparing Los Angeles weather to.
No, it doesn't get freezing out there, but it's still outside in the conditions.
Where they get that fucking ocean breeze.
So we got that. So right now we're 2 for 2 on disagreeing.
We might agree on this next one though.
Which one do you want to think? Which one do you want as the next one?
Let's hit this Cowboys-Rams one.
All right. Cowboys-Rams. It is in Los Angeles. It is the second playoff start for Jared Goff. Todd Gurley is back after missing the last 2 to 3 games of the season. Gurley is back. This is a matchup of the 2 leading rushers in the NFL, Todd Gurley and Zeke Elliott. Who are you taking?
I'm taking the Rams.
Really?
I think Aaron Donald's going to play a big part in this game and wreaking havoc on fucking Dak Prescott.
O2. This is one where we agree. Dak played against a team that didn't have any weapons besides Russell Wilson last week. The Rams are the exact opposite. They're stacked with weapons.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp going down hurt, but it helps when you've got a guy like Brandon Cooks, Todd Gurley. Gurley is rested. He hasn't played since December 4th, and he hasn't had over 16 carries in a game since October. So
now, with that being the case, do you think it's going to come into a fatigue thing?
No. I mean that kind of goes back to that argument of, is it better to have a first round bye or not? Because you get, although this week we'll see. I mean, you got the Chiefs, the Rams, the Pats, and the Saints. Right now, you've got the road team as 2-1 because you picked Indianapolis. You picked the Pats. So you got a road team as 1-2, and I've got the road team as 1-2, but I've got the Chargers winning as opposed to you got the Colts winning.
And the motherfucker, if we don't agree on this next game, I'm ending this podcast and I'm done. I quit forever.
I'm guessing you're going to pick the Saints?
Bitch. Hell no, I ain't picking the Saints.
I mean, fanhood aside, you're still not picking the Saints?
I can't, man. I can't root for the Saints, man.
I'm fucking with you because I'm not picking the Saints.
I was about to fucking say, dude.
I'm saying, but mine has nothing to do with fanhood. It's that for some reason that fucking Nick Foles magic I think they turn around and lose in the NFC Championship game.
Now I will give a shout out to fucking Sean Payton. That shit with the Super Bowl and having $240,000 and say you want this, win 3 fucking games. That was badass.
Fuck all that.
Nah, come on. That is like, I mean, I probably wouldn't have done it on like, what was it, a fucking Tuesday? Wouldn't have done that.
You have that shit sitting in. You have that shit. What you do is you take that shit and you put it in like a glass enclosure outside the locker room.
That motherfucker came in there with like 4 or 5 armed guards. Like, dog, these are multi-million-dollar players. Why do you need armed guards?
You think one of the players is going to hit you on top of your head and take it?
Yeah, like what? What? It's a bunch of thugs. That's probably what it was. Never mind. That's something else.
But I'm picking the Eagles, not unlike John, who's picking the Eagles just on hate of the Saints.
Yeah, fuck the Saints, dude.
I'm picking the Eagles because I think some of that Nick Foles magic is still kind of tingling in some nether regions for the Eagles fans. And they just want something else to put Cheese Whiz on, apparently. They're going to dip Nick in Cheese Whiz and eat him. But I think that the magic runs out for Nick Foles after this week. But even then, enough damage has been done to Carson Wentz that I think that they're going to be wondering what the fuck.
I guess my thing at this point is now that we're dwindled down to the teams that we have, it's really what fan base I can tolerate to hear about winning a Super Bowl.
Okay, let's move on to that topic right now.
Yeah. Narrow it down to 2.
Which fan base? Well, no, I'm going to tell you which ones I can't. I fucking can't. Dallas.
I mean, that's I could tell you 2 right now Dallas and fucking the Saints.
Yeah, Dallas, New Orleans, New England. I can't deal with another. Probably in this order: Saints 1. Because
the order that you don't want them to win.
Yes, anyone.
Saints, obviously, Saints number 1 because Saints your argument about.
We've actually talked about this. Anyone that's not a Falcons fan, you cannot imagine the fucking shitstorm that a Falcons fan would have to hear if the Saints won a Super Bowl in our house before the Falcons did.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in for a second.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine if they played a World Series on neutral ground and the Yankees were playing the fucking Braves and they decided to have a neutral site game and they played it in fucking Fenway. Imagine the Yankees winning a World Series title in Fenway.
Yeah. That 28-3 shit would be nothing.
The Sports Word pod, you would never hear from me again. There would never be another Sports Word podcast featuring the Bearded Bulldog.
Or the other half of the Morgan Bros is I would delete my fucking Facebook page. I will leave everybody over with.
Okay.
Sports Wars will be looking for new admins.
Now, second most, it would probably be Dallas, which Dallas fans.
Dallas over New England? So you have the Saints.
They're neck and neck to me, man. Like, just because New England is just like they've got this whole like obnoxious ass Ric Flair is the bad guy, just like, oh, I'm the best. Soak it in. Like, you remember when we used to watch wrestling and Randy Orton would like RKO somebody, and then he'd like stick his hands up and he'd stand there and shit.
Well, I didn't watch that era of it, but
that's New England. Whenever Tom Brady throws a touchdown, every fucking fan is just like.
I mean that, or is it the Rock? He's just standing there like smelling shit.
Yeah, that's New England. Okay, Dallas, on the other hand, is like you have to multiply everything they do by like 100 because that's in their mind. That's what it is. Like, oh, we won one playoff game we've won 2 playoff games in 20 years. We're the greatest, and you're like,
yeah.
Atlanta,
we them boys.
Yeah, we them boys. Like, bro, New England won 2 playoff games last year in one season.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's crazy to me. Just like they would be Dallas, New England would be right there. Philly would probably be after that because I mean they got one Super Bowl and they're really starting to feel themselves. And so I can't imagine what the Cheese Whiz is going to go on next if they start if they win another one, especially with Nick Foles. Everybody else after that is just kind of, I don't think it would bother me as much. The Chargers have never won one, so that would be nice. That'd be nice for them, although I don't think that fucking fan base deserves it. And by the fan base, I mean the new fans in LA. I think it would be incredibly fucked up for the fans from San Diego who were just like, yay, they won a Super Bowl, but they had to go the fuck away from San Diego to do it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I can see that argument.
The Rams, I mean, the Rams as a franchise have gotten a Super Bowl in my lifetime, but they did it when they were in St. Louis. KC would be kind of interesting just because I think it would be nice to see Andy Reid get one. But I think Mahomes has got a lot of time for that, so I'm not rushing.
But does Andy Reid have a lot of time for that, though?
I don't know. Patrick Mahomes very much strikes me as the Steph Curry of the NFL in that he's creating a whole new way of doing shit that a lot of people are not ready for.
Wait, is that a light skin joke?
I mean, they both just happen to be light skinned, yeah, but and then Indianapolis, I think it would be great to see Andrew Luck get it. He's about the only one I'm saying. I mean, Colts fans don't really strike me as super obnoxious. Neither do KC fans. Chargers fans, some Chargers fans don't strike me as obnoxious. Because they're just kind of like, I don't know, Chargers fans, I think the reason why Chargers fans and Falcons fans kind of butt heads is because they're basically the West Coast Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh.
That's basically what it is, man. They're the West Coast Atlanta Falcons. Think about it. Who did when Atlanta traded for that first overall pick, we traded with the Chargers, and the pick that we traded became LaDainian Tomlinson. And then the pick at the top of the second round, they used to draft Drew Brees. So both franchises let Drew Brees walk, because if we would have stayed at 5, we probably would have drafted LaDainian Tomlinson. And then with the Chargers having their first round quarterback with Mike Vick, we likely would have drafted Drew Brees. Imagine Drew Brees in a Falcons uniform. We also let Brett Favre walk. We traded Brett Favre. So we each franchise has let a Hall of Fame quarterback walk. I did one of our what if situations. If you're not in the fucking group, join the group.
That's where a lot of our fucking crazy ass discussions go on is the Facebook group.
If you're not in the group, man, join it. Every now and then I'll make like a what if discussion post. The last one was, what if the Chargers had decided to stick with Drew Brees instead of drafting and then subsequently trading Eli Manning? If they had maybe decided, hey, instead of drafting a quarterback that doesn't want to play for us, why don't we draft Larry Fitzgerald, who was drafted 3rd that year? So you would have a team at that point that would have had LaDainian Tomlinson, Drew Brees, and Larry Fitzgerald.
Man, that is fucking nasty when you think about that.
Yeah, it almost happened. It was 2 picks away from happening. And then the very next year after they drafted and then traded Eli for Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees becomes a Pro Bowler. So his time was starting to kind of – I know Chargers fans don't want to hear that shit. Like, oh, he never would have been what he was if he'd have stayed.
If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
I mean, it's the same thing, man. Like, Falcons fans can play that game. Like, what would Brett Favre have been if he'd have stayed in Atlanta? You never know, man. You never fucking know. There's been a lot of Falcons that have left and just made their names elsewhere.
All right, so as far as my picks, I think I'm in line with you. As far as the Saints and the Eagles, I'm sorry, the Saints and the Cowboys. I'm gonna do it like this. If I can guarantee that the Cowboys or the Saints would not win it, I would be fine with anybody else winning it.
The Pats too?
Yep. Because I mean, this will be what, 6?
Dude,
It's like, okay, we've been there before. Who gives a fuck? Move on.
If I could guarantee that the Saints wouldn't win it, I would give it to everybody else. I wouldn't even give a fuck about the Cowboys. Because the main people who are going to have to hear it from Cowboys fans are Giants, Redskins, and Eagles. Fuck them. They can have it.
Okay. I could get on with that. If I could pick just the Saints, no one else. If I could guarantee the Saints would not win it, I'd be fine with them winning it next year.
No, because that's why I was telling. That's why I was telling you the fucking Falcons. If the Saints won it this year, the Falcons could win the next 20 in a row.
No. I said next year. I don't
give a fuck. I don't want them to win it ever again. I don't want them to win it until we get one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, true. But yeah. I could get down with that.
So, with that gone over, I think that's going to be a topic for a lot of great discussion in the comments below.
Oh yeah.
With that gone over. We are going to, I'm gonna close down this show for the weekend or for this week. You got any final say so you want to go with?
Yeah, man. We if you're not following us on Twitter, please do.
What the fuck are you doing then? If you're not following us,
exactly. We have a giveaway right now that I posted on Twitter, and it is free. All you have to do is follow Sports Wars on Twitter and retweet the fucking pictures. It's 2 custom paintings that was given to us by a member in our Sports Wars group. Actually painted me that Julio Jones photo behind me that I have framed that I was scared to fucking hang up for almost a year because I didn't want to damage it. It is so fucking cool.
I actually got one myself. It's not in a frame currently because I've just recently moved and have an infant, and I don't know what paper money looks like anymore.
Yeah, I know that feeling. My daughter's fucking 12, so but yeah, man, follow us on Sports Wars GG. Retweet the fucking picture, man, and we will, as soon as we feel as if it's gotten enough traction, we're gonna give at least one away. It's a random Cunningham, Philadelphia Eagles, which would be a perfect time. The Eagles are in the fucking playoffs, and Rob Gronkowski,
which would be a perfect time because this is probably going to be his last fucking playoffs.
True. So follow us, yeah. And that's all I got. Shout out to Aaron and Pat. They couldn't be with us this week, man. Pat's got obviously work going on, and Aaron's just a bitch. So moving on.
I actually wanted to do one quick little shitty shout out. And this one is near and dear to my heart in more than one ways. Just because I get to give a shitty shout out to a division rival, the Carolina Panthers. And it's for it's in regards to one of my favorite Bulldogs of all time. The Carolina Panthers have informed Thomas Davis that they will not be re-signing him. He will be closing out his career for another team, likely. Thomas Davis is a former Georgia Bulldog, and my thoughts on the process are, come home, dude. Come home. He's from Georgia. Come finish your career as a Falcon. Stick it to the Panthers twice next year. Come be the veteran leadership that our young defense needs. Come ring chasing with us, man. And fuck the Panthers for letting a veteran walk like that, man. How the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucked up. I didn't realize that was going down.
Although I guess the same could be said for the Falcons and Roddy White. So
his career was over, though.
Yeah, I mean he stopped being productive. Yeah. Whereas TD is just they're deciding to go a different direction. Yeah, but as always, man, I'm going to end the podcast with two special words. 2 special words. Actually, I'm gonna multiply it by 2 this week. We'll go with 4 special words. Actually, no. It's actually my math's all fucked up.
It's late. It's late for you. At least you're old as fuck. So
yeah, it's always late when you got a 3-month-old. Fuck Tom Brady, and special this week. Fuck the Saints.
Fuck the Saints.
Subscribe.